Hello everyone, I'm the Walrus Clown, and welcome to Walrus Reviews. Embrace yourselves everyone, we're going into what I think is the worst show of the Space Stars programming lineup. Ladies and gentlemen and others, Astro and the Space Mutts. Otter, roll the intro.
That was so terrible, I think you gave me cancer!
Astro and the Space Mutts is about Astro from the Jetsons cartoon and two other dogs, Cosmo and Dipper, who will be the Scrappies for our show to the point where Scrappy-Doo's original voice actor,
Lenny Weinrib,
flat out recycles the Scrappy-Doo voice to voice Dipper, team up with a man with an 80s porn mustache, Space Ace, to fight crime. So this show was meant to be the comic relief, and as a result the episodes are more comedically focused. So what we have here is an unfunny comedy with an outlandish concept providing comic relief for a TV block of uninteresting action cartoons with no actual action in them. It's moments like these that I wished that Mama Walrus had used me for stem cell research. Anywho, it isn't necessarily the outlandish concept that makes this horrible. If I could paraphrase Bob Show for a moment, anyone can make any concept work with a little time and creativity, and therein lies the problem with this show. All the jokes are flat, old, and cliche, even by the standards of the era. It's basically about one of the dogs, predominantly Astro, continuously screwing up over and over in an episode, only to Jar Jar Binks his way into victory over the stupidly named villain of the week, all the while Space Ace just sits there making snide remarks about the dog's incompetence rather than do anything himself. So this is a show made by Hanna-Barbera about an anthropomorphic crime-fighting dog who is totally incompetent at what he does, who mostly relies on dumb luck. You know what? I'll give them a point here. As stupid as this show is, that's a pretty original concept. There's totally no way that this is a shitty rehashment of a series made in 1974 at all. Oh no, wait, that's exactly what this is. They recycled the main plot point from the Hong Kong Phooey cartoon, except for the fact that Hong Kong Phooey was actually funny. Almost every episode boils down to this formula. And did I mention that the villains' names are really, really stupid? Because I don't think that quite covers it. They actually had a villain named the Crab. In another episode, they had a villain named Reverso. His power was to reverse things. You could have made a half-decent episode about that. Have Astro become competent, and Space Ace become weak and stupid in a role reversal episode where they learn about the heart of the card or some other greeting card mumbo-jumbo or something. But I wouldn't hold my breath. Even when using cliched recycled story plots like the Shrinking Plot or the Freaky Friday Flip, they do it in such a rushed manner that it just comes off as being a boring, lazy mess. At least with the other shows during the Space Stars programming block, I could halfway understand why they were as bad as they were. The parents' rights groups held way too much power over animated programming until Ronald Reagan, of all people, saved the animation industry by lifting the veil between cartoons and toy marketing. This was supposed to be a comedy. The bulk of Hanna-Barbera's backlog proves that you don't need action and drama to be funny. Simply put, Astro and the Space Mutts was a bad comedy. And if I could quote Bennett the Sage for a moment, there is nothing worse than a bad comedy. Unfortunately, we are not done with the Space Stars programming block quite yet, for the block had a segment specifically for crossovers. I won't be making a full video about it because I've already reviewed every other show in the block, and ever since it's all about the various shows crossing over with one another, I'd just be repeating myself. But no, all the problems with any two shows all show up when these shows cross over with one another. I need a small break from Hanna-Barbera superheroes for a while, so I'll be doing a Ponies episode next. Until then, this is the Walrus Clown, signing out. These are the end credits. Singing the end credits. I'm singing the end credits. We are singing the end credits. The end credits. Give people credit. The end credits, yeah.